This is just another day in the life. 7 flight connectors, past due bill collectors. This is just another day in the life.
Alright, bro. Of course, SmackDown is over. I was supposed to do a SmackDown review, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to just talk about a few things in this SmackDown that were weird as hell. This is going to be about Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte, right? So, we're all thinking the same shit, I'm sure. This was crazy. I believe that Tiffany Stratton took it too far. I think that she went off script, and her stupid little Barbie brain probably just got herself in some trouble. So, how it started. They were both in the ring, right? And Wade Barrett was in there asking them both questions. Started off with Charlotte. She was like, Charlotte. Well, what did he say? He was like, Charlotte, do you think that choosing Tiffany Stratton was the right choice? Was choosing Tiffany at Mania the right choice? And Charlotte was essentially like, it's easy pickings. It's some easy shit. She hasn't done charity work in a while, and it's easy picks. She's the queen, 14-time champion, right? Just simple. Super simple. And Tiffany Stratton, she got destroyed by Charlotte a few weeks ago. So I knew that she was going to come into this with some hitters. I would hope, at least. I was hoping. And she did a lot fucking more than that. But she essentially was saying that Charlotte's biggest competitor is not any woman in the WWE. It's the fans. Because the fans don't fucking like her. They were booing the shit out of her tonight, which we'll get to. But a lot of the fans don't like her because of whatever. But it's not her fault. She's being booked that way, and she's just doing her job. But people are stupid. They don't understand that. But, Tiffany Stratton proceeds to talk about, Charlotte Flair crying on the talk show. Because she was on a talk show, I think it was yesterday or like 2 days ago or something. She was talking about her injury and her divorce with Andrade and how it affected her and how she was really going through it in this, and she was very emotional. I saw the interview. I felt horrible for fucking Charlotte. I felt terrible for Charlotte. And it was some just real deep stuff. It was like a depression that she was going through, and I felt for Charlotte. And Tiffany Stratton brought that up, and the crowd really started just digging into Charlotte, booing the fuck out of her, and wouldn't let her speak. Nothing. I don't know if Charlotte was shaken by Tiffany's comments or shaken by the crowd, but she couldn't speak. And that's unqueen-like. I don't know how she didn't fight through the boos I don't know, man. I don't know. But she seems shaken up. And that's the weird part to me. Because, this is like a veteran. A veteran doesn't get shaken up oftentimes in the ring. And it seemed to have happened, unless this was like a work type thing. But I don't think so. But yeah, Tiffany Stratton just keeps on going, talks about how she'll always be second to her dad. And Charlotte Flair is like, you're not the first person to do that. Every woman in the locker room has done that. Crowd starts booing the fuck out of her. I don't know. I think because Tiffany Stratton has been saying jack shit for the past few weeks, she said one good line about, Charlotte's dad, but it's like, that's a line that everybody has fucking used and said, and it's old and stale, but it's Tiffany Stratton saying it, so got a big pop, and the crowd just completely started just destroying Charlotte, bro. And Charlotte was like, do you think that, she was trying to talk through it, and she just kept on stopping. Kept on stopping, bro. And, yeah, Tiffany Stratton was mocking Charlotte and shit. Like, how Charlotte, she makes her entrance and she puts her arms up and spins around while her pyro goes off. Tiffany Stratton was doing that. It was just really, I don't know. Tiffany Stratton, she was like, what's the matter? Cat's got your tongue? When she couldn't get the words out. But I think that was also very fucking cringe, by the way. But the crowd was booing the shit out of her. Like, I couldn't even hear what she was saying. So I don't know how the hell she was supposed to speak. You guys need to respect the queen, bro. Respect the fucking queen, because what I saw tonight was a travesty. And yeah, man, the crowd just wouldn't let her speak. She just eventually gave up, and she was like, I'll give Tiffany the last word, even though Charlotte didn't say jack shit. So I don't know what was going on, bro. I really don't know what was going on. Tiffany says that, what else did she say? Shit, she says that at 25, Charlotte was trying to become a volleyball player and drinking in her dad's basement. And at 25, Tiffany Stratton is going to WrestleMania as women's champion. The thing is, Charlotte Flair is a 14-time women's fucking champion. And she's been to WrestleMania many times. So I don't know how the hell that's a burn. But Charlotte Flair has essentially... Like, I don't know, bro. Charlotte... It's fucking stupid. I don't know what Tiffany Stratton's argument is. Oh, at 25, Charlotte was doing this. And Tiffany Stratton's doing better shit. Okay, Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Your point is? Stupid fucking idiot. What is your point? What is your point? And she's talking about, like, she's the queen in the ring, but she's not shit outside of the ring. And this is when it kind of gets crazy. So she starts calling Charlotte a Nepo baby and stuff, just the regular stuff. And Charlotte does this weird imitating thing, like mocking Tiffany's voice, like, "Ew, I can't hear you, it's ringing." She did that for like 15 seconds, really awkward and fucking cringe. I don't know what the queen was doing. I don't know what Charlotte was doing. And then Tiffany Stratton was like, what'd she say? Something about being alone. Fuck, what'd she say? Some shit, you will always be alone. Something, you will always be alone. And when she said that, I was like, what do you mean alone? And then I thought of Charlotte's divorce. And then she brought that shit up. She talked about her WrestleMania record being, it's about to be the same as her divorce record. Talked about her divorce record being 3-0. By the way, that was publicized a few months ago, by the way, right before the Rumble. And Tiffany Stratton brought that up. Andrade is on the roster. If you don't know, that is her fucking divorcee. That is the ex-husband. Andrade is on the roster, and she's saying that there's no way that got fucking clearance. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, Tiffany Stratton really went off the rails with this one. But, yeah, man, and it was just crazy. And the look on Charlotte's face was like, I don't know, from the beginning, from when she debuted at the Rumble, from when she returned at the Rumble, I knew that something was off. She looked weird. Even when she showed up on SmackDown and stuff, she looked weird. Even other people were saying Charlotte was not acting like Charlotte. This is like a new, weird Charlotte. And I see why, because after seeing that interview on her talk show, I understand, okay, this is what she was going through. So it makes sense why she looked so, well, how do I describe? I'm a stealer. Wrestling in Color podcast. She used the word haggard to describe Bret Hart, and she was looking pretty haggard when she returned. And I don't know what was going on when she was showing up on SmackDown, because she looked haggard there too. But and at the end there, Tiffany rolled out, and Charlotte Flair said that that's why Kaiser is in my DMs, and that was pretty. It would have been a hitter if the crowd wasn't booing so fucking bad, but I feel like, I don't know. It was like a more of a last chance, last breath type thing. Oh, man. I just don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this. I really... If it's a work, they fucking got me. They really got my ass, because this was crazy. When she brought up the divorce, I was like, girl... I hope that you had clearance for that. I really hope that you had clearance for that, because Andrade is still on the roster. How messy is that, bro? That's messy as fuck. Talking about the fucking divorce in the ring while the ex-husband is still on the roster? Damn. Damn. And then Charlotte Flair brought up Kaiser? Like, in kayfabe-wise, they're not supposed to know that they're together. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy. It was just weird. A lot of things that happened in this are weird, and it could just be one big fucking work, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that this was real. I think that they went off script. I think that Tiffany Stratton went too far, and I guess we'll see in the next few days, but it was weird, bro. But regardless, the queen is going to fucking... win at WrestleMania. That's just how it goes. Charlotte Flair, she wins titles. It's time for her to be the 15-time champion. No doubt about that. Tiffany Stratton is lame. I don't like Tiffany Stratton. She needs to work on her promo shit. And the only time that she's good at promos is when she goes off script like this, and I feel like it got into her head a little bit too much. That's what I believe, and that is the goddamn truth.